I never thought that mirrors would be this much of a pain in the ass with these bars. Ended up running into more of a problem when it came to trying to get these mirrors installed. So what happens is with these types of extenders for to make it wider to tighten up the mirror, you tighten this up and it'll end up making this part here thicker, and that's what's going to keep it from moving inside of your handlebar. So unfortunately what was happening is, because I have the heated grips, as this would space out, it ended up putting too much pressure on the wires. And as I was trying to figure out a way to mock it up, I ended up actually shearing the other wire of the heated grip. And what I even tried doing was I ground down a portion of these spacers here, and I even cut the back end off to make it a 1/2 inch shorter in the end, and made it so that when this would all come out, the space that would open up here, essentially trying to hope that the wires would fit underneath this channel here and not be pinched. So I ended up running into the same issue with my original system, where it was just a T-nut inside of a cork. As the screw would go in, it would compress this and keep the bar end in its space. So that was a big pain in the butt. For the record, this did not work out either. The good news is that it appears that the fix, by putting the set nut in with JB Weld, works. I haven't tightened it down yet, just because I am looking to adjust and maybe even find out if I do want to do them upside down. I'm not exactly sure how I want to do it yet. So these mirrors, unfortunately, will not, the setup I tried isn't going to work. No matter what I did, the nut that I would epoxy in here would come undone after it got a certain amount of tightness. So I'm trying different things. I can still put the end cap in, and that's that. I'll probably put in a different, put in the other screw, but it'll be tight enough to do that. One setup that I'm trying is just getting regular mirrors. There is a mount that you can buy. It's $12 for the set of them, where you can clip it really anywhere here, and then just tie your regular stem into this, and then it'll go where it is. As it is, when I put my arm up, it's a little low. Like here is my torso. I don't know how good that's going to be for riding. I think I'd prefer something a little higher, but this is one option. The other option would be, when we go here, removing the plug, and then I'm going to try another mirror. I can try it both upper and do it like normal, but I'm also going to see how it would go being underslung. So the next time you see this, it's going to have a different set of mirrors on it, and I'm going to have to make a decision as to which one I'm going to be keeping. These are the Aftermarket Harley mirrors. Amazon special. These were like 30 bucks, but at least these are made out of metal, whereas the other ones are just plastic. Again, you just take the plug out and then stem this through. It's about, I want to say these are the 8mm ones. Pretty standard. So this is easy. The only thing that is a bit of a pain is the controls for the throttle side. As you can see, it comes up right around the reservoir, and it's a bit more forward. Here, it's just, you know, where it is over here. So you end up with a slightly non-standard, you know, it's not fully even, but even so, when looking at the traffic behind you, you still get a pretty good view of what you need to see. So, until next winter season, what I'm going to do during next winter season is I am going to pull the bars off and have a nut welded in here. I'm gonna have something put in here so that I can actually use the other mirrors that I bought. I think I'm gonna prefer to have like the bar end look, but I'm gonna try riding with these. I think these are gonna do me very well for the time being. So then, unfortunately, a lot of new packages came through. I just renovated a bathroom, so gonna have to clean the garage, and after that's done, I have the bike wraps to do, or the grip wraps, and then this bike is done. Fortunately, it's full of snow and ice outside, and of course it is because it's almost April. And as you can see, here's where I had to put the tag for work so I can get in the gate. But other than that, I think I'm going to be ready to go. As far as test fitting goes, I think this is a good place to start. And what we'll just do is wrap. We are going to want to wrap relatively tight, making sure that we get that decent overlap. And as you can see, I'm kind of getting like half on, half off. And hoping that when I get this done finally, which I may have to get the camera out of the way and just do it and show you what it looks like completed, but you'll get a really good feeling off of this. And just make it real nice and tight. And where it's going to be hidden by underneath the bar, I would probably cut it right here and then do the super glue, so that when all is said and done, it would ultimately look like that. And that gives a really nice feel to the grip. Oh, nice pad. That's going to do a lot for the vibration. And from what I've heard, it doesn't affect the heated functionality. So, let's see what these look like when they're done. Well, all right. I'm going to call this one a job done. Even though it's still really cold. It's about 23 degrees right now. I'm just going to go for a ride around the block a couple of times just to make sure everything is working. Grips are heated. Going to make sure that, you know, the suspension's doing good, that the tires got air, and we will see how it goes. Took a little second to get her started, but started she is. Yeah. Now, gonna give these heated grips a shot. As I push the button, we should be able to see they're off, they're low, they're high. Okay. And we will see how warm these get. But I'm going to go for a little ride. Now that I got a couple 100 miles on the bike with the high bars, I even flipped the mirrors up. And I got to say, I'm really liking the setup as it is now. It's just really nice and comfortable. So thanks for watching, guys. And hopefully you enjoyed.